This time on Hobby Journeys, we're doing the pre-orders for the 8th of February with lots of Death Core of Krieg.
Hello! Welcome to Hobby Journeys. So, as usual, we're going to be looking at the pre-orders from Warhammer for the 8th of February this time. First up, exciting news, Matthew. There was exciting news this week. As we told the viewers about last week, we had an extra special thing going up for sale, which is the War Wagon. Love the War Wagon. Great model. And I put my made-to-order for it Saturday morning.
Of course you did.
Yeah, of course. Actually, to be fair, I wasn't going to when I saw the price was £80, which is a lot. It's a lot. But Mummy's putting some money towards it for my birthday, so...
So you're not allowed until your birthday?
Well, to be fair, when I ordered this, it told me 180 days for delivery.
Oh, so I think it might be your birthday anyway.
So my birthday in May is racing it, whether it will be within the 6 months anyway. So, here we are. But I'm excited about that. So that order is in. Anyway, shall we have a look for what's going up on pre-order next week? I think you're going to like this one, Matthew.
Krieg.
It is Krieg.
I read the thing.
Oh, you read the thing. So we had the box a few weeks ago. So this is like the third time we've looked at, or fourth time even we've looked at Krieg. This is the individual kits. We have seen before the Krieg box that was released a few weeks ago. So the release this week is the individual releases. There's a few more things than what was in the box. I think the box had some heavy weapons. It had the Death Riders. It had some engineers. This time we're getting a few more bits and pieces to go along with it. Some of which I really like. So first up we have the Astra Militarum Imperial Guard. We've got the Imperial Guard Codex coming up, limited edition and normal.
Astra Militarum?
So in the world of Warhammer 40,000, so that's just their official designation. They use Latin and stuff like that within the Imperium. They don't call it Latin; they call it Old something or other.
Old English, isn't it?
No. It's something. I can't remember what it is, but. Actually, I think it's more about Games Workshop trying to brand with something they can stick with. Imperial Guard, not brand worthy. Astra Militarum, they can get their brand stamped all over that. There you go. So, yeah, I think that's basically what it was about. Just putting a bit more of a different brand name. They never use Imperial Guard as the title. I will always use Imperial Guard because that's what they are. We've got
from AS.
Yeah, well, exactly. So we've got this model, Lord Marshal Dreer. We've said before, I love this model. It is a great model. Whether or not, I don't know if I'm going to get any Krieg myself.
I want Krieg.
I do like the Krieg, but I have so many projects on the go. But whatever I do, I'm going to pick up this model, I think, because I think it is just a lovely model. It's just a really good centerpiece for the army. In a way that I don't think I've seen with other Imperial Guards models. I mean, there's nothing else which I've seen which goes, that's a great thing to stick right at the heart of your army. I just think that's a great model. Horsey, obviously. Got Horsey. What do you think, Matthew?
I really want it, but I imagine it's quite expensive.
I think that's going to be probably, I reckon that might be £40.
That'll be all of my money gone. Just like that one miniature.
Or save it up for when we go to Warhammer World. Get yourself saved up.
Isn't it? That is a long time.
You have got time to get some money put away and get yourself Lord Marshal Dreer. There's also the Krieg Command Squad. I think this is great. When they showed this at the previous reveals, they showed this on a sort of one of those spindles of all the miniature squads, and I didn't realise it was a command squad. I think it's a command squad. This is great. I mean,
how
much
would they cost?
These, maybe something like 32, possibly.
That might be what I get then.
Yeah, I like the Commissar model.
That's just good overall.
These two guys, just the Commissar and this chap at the back, I think are great models. You've got an Imperial Guardsman with a melter gun. I think it's a melter gun. Solid. This dude here, he is cool as well.
Yeah.
As standard bearers go, I really like this guy. I think that's a really good standard bearer. I mean, I think a lot of standard bearers, sometimes they're overblown. Not,
what I
not
want
quite
to
right.
do for one of these miniatures? Make it look like there's a trench in the background.
Okay. Well, I do have a load of barbed wire for making terrain with, which I bought for doing my own Krieg like years ago. So I've got a load kicking around, so we can do something like that. Yeah, they're good.
Those are cool. How much do they cost?
I imagine this will be expensive. I mean, that'll be over 40 quid. I reckon maybe 45 quid.
No, but like
guesstimation.
That's what I might get.
It's a good squad.
Because I mean,
it's a good squad.
It's about the same amount of troops as the command squad, and they're on horses.
Yeah, it's. I like it. I also like the claws on the horses. Look, they have no hooves, claws. What is going on there, eh?
Why do they have claws?
To make them more alien or something, or they're mutants or something.
Maybe mutants from the gas.
Yeah, it could be. Well, yeah, exactly. They've been running around in this irradiated mud for a long time. It's mutated their hooves, something like that. Anyway, I think the Death Riders are really good models. I like these. Yeah, no complaints at all. I mean, these fall into the same complaints I've got with the normal infantry, which I'll come to, which is they're a little bit too dynamic.
What does that mean?
Well. So when we get to normal troops, I'll talk about this a bit more. But I think one of my problems is that with these Krieg, they're very dynamic. That these are all leaping into battle, charging in with their spears. Whereas one of the things I quite liked about the old Forge World versions of the models is they all look very despondent. They looked like they were battle weary.
Yeah, but these are on horses. They're probably enjoying it themselves.
You reckon these guys are having a load of fun?
Yeah.
Well,
maybe like a game of whack-a-mole. Like they're going round and they're going in the trenches, poking one out.
I mean, my Krieg are not having fun. In my head, Krieg are just...
Oh, well, no, they wouldn't, but these lot can.
See, the thing I liked about the old Forge World Death Riders is there was just one guy that sticks on my head, and he's just there. He's obviously stationary, on his horse, just sat on his horse, doing the thing. And it's like, he's there to do a job. He's been fighting this war a long time. He is ambivalent to if he even survives through the day.
What if they're new recruits, though? You never know.
Well, maybe these guys are fresh and new. But like for me, I quite like the battle-weary thing. And like I say, getting into the infantry, because we've got two lots of infantry here.
How much would they be?
I don't know. I mean, why don't we have a look next week and find out?
Okay.
I don't know. 30 quid? Something. I think that'll be about 30 quid, these lot. Something like that, anyway. Yeah, I mean... they're okay. I mean, good models. I'm not going to complain. I like them. But my problem really is that the Krieg models we had in previous, with the Forge World stuff, they all just looked like they were battle weary. They were sauntering about. That like a bit like when you see a photograph of a World War One soldier. These guys look like they're diving into battle like in some sort of 1980s children's cartoon. Or something.
Well, I mean, they might be because, they're probably fighting for their lives. I mean what if they're going over no man's land? You'd obviously be dashing in, hoping to get there quick and get it done with.
I mean, maybe, but I'm pretty sure this guy inside his mask is going poo 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 doo doo. He's having a whale of a time. Look at him there, loving life. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm being a bit critical. I really like them. I do really like them. But I just like that ethos of the Forge World ones where they just looked like it was grim. It was, they were not having a great time, those guys. And it just felt like you were looking at a photograph of some World War One soldiers, going over the top into the Somme or something like that. And I really like that.
I think probably, they could do maybe like a mix, like some would be like diving in because they're and then some just standing there, battle.
Yeah, I mean, there were two versions of the Forge World troops. One of which were just standing at ease, who were those sort. Then you had some who were advancing, and some of them were running and stuff like that. I mean, for me, these are fine. And to be fair, there is still a choice. You can still buy the Forge World Kriegsman, but I can't be bothered to deal with the Forge World resins, so,
I've got a question.
Go on.
Since Cadia and Krieg are the two, planets where the Astra Militarum come from.
You do actually get them for every planet in the Imperium.
Yeah, but how come Cadians are so much,
They are like the Ultramarines of Imperial Guard. They are the front and centre poster boys for the Imperial Guard. Everyone loves a Cadian.
Why is there so many Cadians?
I'm not necessarily sure that's true. I mean, there's millions in every regiment of the Imperial Guard. But I mean, back in the day,
Cadia's one planet. How could it have?
Well, because stepping away from the game world, Games Workshop decided they were going to focus on Cadia as the front centre. But in the back in the day, and still currently, you can get miniatures for Katachan, the Jungle Fighters. You got Valhalla. there were the Praetorians, there was Talan, they had Mordia. They had all the different planets available as different regiments. I think they just sold more of the Acadians, probably. I think that's what it came down to. They were just, they're marketed as the Acadians, but you could paint them up as being like just Imperial Guardsmen from any planets, I think. So if you wanted to do your own planet, you could make up your own planet and paint up Acadians to do that.
I don't want it just to be from one planet. I want it to be from everywhere.
You want to have a mixed army of all sorts of places.
Yeah, same with Krieg. That's what I want to do
Well,
with the Krieg.
what you could do is buy different models from different regiments. That is still a possibility.
I don't think I'll do that with Krieg because Krieg are literally...
Yeah, they are their own thing, really, aren't they? I mean, but, your Acadians, you could paint up one squad in one set of colours, one in another, and just make up your own headcanon that says that my army is a mixed... they were from a huge war and all these squads got mixed up, and your army happens to be made up of lots of different squads from different places. It's your army, Matthew. It's your choices. Yeah. There we go. Anyway, so those are these. They're okay. I just would prefer. I just like that old. To be honest, it is just the fact I like the old miniatures. They were magnificent. They're really good miniatures. In some ways, I think those are what made Krieg a thing. Krieg hasn't been before, up until the current edition or so, hasn't been in 40k as like an official Warhammer thing. It's always been Forge World, so they've now brought it into the mainstream because it was so popular, because of that range of models, and they were so good. The ethos was so fantastic. But I think it sort of does lose a bit of it, but here we are. What can you do? Like I say, we have the normal infantrymen.
It's not just Death Corps.
Now, what these are, I think, is a reissuing of the old Kill Team box, the one that I had.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it is because this
guy's... They look a little bit more less dynamic, don't they? They're in a bit more normal position.
I think they still suffer from a bit of that same problem, but probably a bit better. There is a bit less of this fella going poo poo.
And if you go back up to that one, that guy's standing in the middle. Like he looks like him and his bayonet are having a heck of a time.
Yeah, exactly. But so I do like these guys. They're fine. I've got the models myself, and it is a good set. I'm not sure what they're going to do in terms of reissuing because the Kill Team box had lots of options for these guys. So there was sort of communication officer stuff. I'm wondering whether there was a sprue in that. I can't really remember from when I built them, but I think there might have been a sprue in there. I built them all with las guns because I wanted to just have normal Kriegsmen, so I'm guessing maybe they've just issued it like that. But these will be your run-of-the-mill guys, and the set's fine. I'm pretty sure it is that Kill Team because this Sergeant is the same model. Anyway, so that's that stuff. We have this heavy weapons squad. There is a little star here. The star is because in previous literature on Warhammer Community they announced that this came with 2 dual autocannons. It does not come with 2 dual autocannons. It comes being able to build as 2 heavy stubbers. Which is a different thing. It's a type of machine gun. The difference being that very marginal. I don't know what this is. I don't know what the difference is. But what it makes me think is the guy on Warhammer Community who did that article did exactly what I did. He skimmed it, got the gist of it, and then just wrote a thing. Went, auto cannons, that'll do, and just wrote a thing. That's what I do with these videos pretty much. Get on here and wing it. Hope for the best.
At least this time you read it.
I did. To be fair, I did my research this time. I spent 10 minutes before the video reading the article beforehand.
Which isn't very often, guys.
Oh, I don't normally do that. No. Anyway, we also have the artillery team. I think these are great. I like
the one
artillery
below
team.
it more, though.
The las cannon. What is that? A las cannon? I think it's probably a las cannon. Oh wait, no, siege cannon. That is a siege cannon. We also have a heavy mortar, which is a bit of a bigger one.
It looks a bit like a howitzer.
I like all the builds, to be honest.
I don't like the rocket
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. So, I was good. I got there. I was saying that, and then I got the rocket launcher. And not so much the rocket launcher. It's all right, but I've got no objection to it. But I do like these. I think
I don't like the top one as much either. I don't like the 4 guns.
No, I mean I quite like that actually. I do like the 4 guns. I like all of the. I think they look really good. I think I really like the equivalents that they did for the Cadians with the big heavy weapon things, but I think these are even better. I think in some ways, again, I'm going to go back to the Forge World stuff. Their heavy weapons were great. They look just like German siege weapons from World War One.
Well, I mean, you could argue that they're British ones in just a different colour.
Well, I mean, they're fine. They've done their own thing with it, and I do like the sandbags. You know, I think it's really good. It's really well done. I did like the Forge World ones. I thought they were great. But these are also very good, and also made of plastic, which is much better to work with. So, you know, I do embrace that. But yeah, these are good. What are you thinking, Matthew?
But except for I'd say the top one and the bottom one, I think I really like that.
We've also got a Combat
That's
Patrol.
big. How much is that?
Yeah, but this is not Krieg. This is basically Cadians.
Oh yeah, because look at the banner.
So the riders are the Rough Riders, Attilan Rough Riders, or whatever you call them.
They're called Attilian. Is that like Attila the Hun?
It has got a definite Mongol sort of theme to it. They are meant to look a bit that way.
There's a lot of Mongol empires, isn't there?
So you've got some Kasagrin troops here. These are veteran Imperial Guard.
I just think the most exciting thing ever.
What's that?
Go down.
Yeah!
Dice!
Is it the dice or the data sheets you're
after?
Both. You want both?
Yay!
I know how much,
exciting.
I know how much you love your data sheets.
Totally.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely didn't put me in tears.
But yeah, this Combat Patrol's fine. You know, I'd have quite liked a Krieg Combat Patrol, but they haven't done that, so here we are. But it's fine. Yeah, if you want some Imperial Guard, start off an army. But then, yeah, this is not bad. I'm not that keen on the Rough Riders myself. They're fine. Wasn't a massive fan when they came out. I liked the original Rough Riders, but only because of nostalgia, really.
You like everything because of nostalgia.
Anyway, skipping past the Dyson thing that we've already seen.
They're so exciting.
We've got Warhammer 40,000 Crusade Naction Gauntlets. This is an expansion book for Warhammer 40,000 with some campaigns you can play. If that's your bag, then I'm sure you'll be happy.
Very exciting.
Very good. Yeah. I mean, we barely get around to playing the normal.
When was the last time we played a game?
Oh, it's been a while. It's not since we did
Imperial
Magazine. To be honest, I'm not. 40k is okay as a game, but I prefer some of the other Games Workshop games. I prefer Legion Imperialis as a game, so I typically want to play that. Or Hero Quest that we've got. That
yeah. We did get it out and had a pretty good game of it, though.
We did have a good game. We'll go back to that at some point.
We played that for like an hour or two, didn't we?
We definitely played an hour or two, which was definitely well worth the £50 I paid for it. You know.
No, but like that was the first time we sat down for a game and actually concentrated since God knows how long.
Yeah, very true. Anyway, next up we got White Dwarf, new White Dwarf.
You'll be picking that up.
Well, I won't pick up. It'll come through the door because I've got a subscription. But I'm quite liking.
Stop showing.
I'm quite liking one that's focused on knights. I like knights. I am happy to see knights.
I feel like you never read these. I think you just collect them.
I sometimes read them. Sometimes.
One per sometimes.
I'll be honest, I don't find a lot of it. I can't bring myself to cancel subscription because I just end up regretting it. But I've used to find about a few years back, 3 or 4 years ago, I used to really enjoy reading White Dwarf. I thought a lot of the content was very interesting. Now I just find the content a little bit. There's a lot of battle reports. But yeah, anyway, so this is the White Dwarf here. It's got Imperial Knights in. I'm into that. I will definitely read the bit about that. Then we've got some Black Library books. Got the Outer Dark. Don't know what that is.
No one cares.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but
again,
Double
no one
Eagle.
cares.
I'm not sure if it's a new book.
Probably. I mean, you'd think it's.
This is about the Air Force. Most important, it's written by Dan Abnett. I love Dan Abnett. His books are really good. The ones in the Horus Heresy I've read anyway, which are excellent. Interceptor City, another Dan Abnett. You know, very good.
You definitely never.
But finally, just tying in with the Krieg, we have a book called The Siege of Rax,
What's
which
that
is
about?
It's about the Krieg.
What did the Krieg do?
I don't know. I've not read
Siege
it.
of Rax.
I haven't read it. It's something about the Siege of Rax, which is a battle they were in or something. Then Warhammer TV.
Yeah, the best part.
Yeah, I actually read what this was about this time. So they're talking to the developers of Warhammer Boltgun. So that's the Deep Strike. Yeah. So they're talking about the people who developed that game.
To get a second one.
I'd
definitely pick that up.
What, a second Boltgun game?
If it had good graphics, yeah.
Have you played the first one?
No, I've seen you play it.
Well, that's true. I like Boltgun. It's just like Doom 2, but in Warhammer. So Questing Knights is Blackstone Fortress based sort of battle report, but more of a quest report or something. And then with the painting desk, which is meeting one of the heavy metal team, and he's talking about his projects and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's that. That is all the stuff. What's your favourite? I mean, it'll be something Krieg.
I mean, obviously. I think the Death Riders.
You think the Death Riders? Yeah, fine. I I mean,
past the difference.
I like the Lord Marshal Dreer.
Well, yeah.
That is the best. That is definitely the best model.
It's the best model, but I like the horsey riders more because there's more of them.
Yeah, I mean, I love this model. I think this is great.
It also means if we get the horse guy, it means you wouldn't be able to help me, really.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, yeah, because we wouldn't be able to do one each, would we?
No.
But then there's also the Krieg. I think that actually, as a set of models, rather than just one standout, because he is designed to be the centerpiece of the army, and therefore he is an exceptional model. I think that out of all the, I love this. I do think this command squad, even amongst other command squads for the Imperial Guard, I think this is probably the best one they've done. There's such interesting models in it. I love this guy. He is grim.
I like the Commissar.
The Commissar's a great model. This guy is very good with the plasma pistol.
And I like the flag bearer with his gun stuck in the mud.
Anyway, that's the releases for this week. That's good, wasn't it? Enjoyed that. So what do we say to the viewers?
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell and do everything else.
Yeah, do all them things what he said. Bye.
BB.